Dear friend, all our lives, we've been taught, the more vegetables you eat, the healthier you'll be. But one day, after turning 60, when our steps slow down, meals become simpler, and our bodies begin to send subtle signs of fatigue even after eating what we believe are healthy meals, we start to wonder, why do I feel bloated, tired, have aching joints, or sleep poorly at night, even though I eat a lot of vegetables? Why does eating mustard greens or lettuce soup leave me feeling heavy, bloated, or needing to urinate more often than usual? The truth is, not all vegetables are suitable for bodies over 60. At this stage of life, our digestion slows, the kidneys begin to weaken, joints become more prone to inflammation, and our ability to absorb and eliminate nutrients isn't what it used to be. Some vegetables, even those considered superfoods, can actually increase uric acid and trigger joint pain, cause indigestion, gas, and bloating, or silently weaken kidney and thyroid function over time. And here's the most surprising part. These aren't rare or exotic foods. They're common vegetables that appear on Vietnamese tables every day. But don't worry, this video is not about eliminating vegetables from your diet. On the contrary, I want to help you understand better, listen to your body more, and love yourself more mindfully through what you eat. Because when we recognize what's silently harming us, we can turn it into something beneficial, just by making small changes in how we eat, cook, and combine our foods. So what are the 6 vegetables that people over 60 should be cautious with? Which ones can strain your kidneys if eaten frequently? Which ones may cause bloating, digestive issues, or quietly weaken your bones and joints? Stay with me until the end of the video, because the most seemingly harmless vegetable that could be harming your health after 60 will be revealed in the final part. Are you ready to understand your body more deeply? From cozy family dinners to side dishes in nursing home meal trays, green peas often appear with their charming look, mild sweetness, and vibrant green color. In the US, many people love pea soup or casseroles with peas and butter because they bring back childhood memories, convenience, and that healthy eating vibe. But if you've passed 60, this tiny veggie may not be as harmless as we once thought. 1. Green peas may raise blood sugar, silently but steadily. One thing people rarely mention, green peas have a higher glycemic index compared to many leafy greens. This means they break down into sugar more quickly, causing blood sugar levels to rise faster. For older adults, especially those with prediabetes or trying to maintain stable HbA1c levels, this is a hidden risk. That sluggish feeling after lunch, unexpected fatigue, or sudden drops in energy after a meal you thought was healthy may not be due to age, but from foods like green peas. 2. Green peas and the hidden danger of uric acid. Like asparagus and mushrooms, green peas contain purines, which your body converts into uric acid. Over time, uric acid buildup can lead to gout, painful joint inflammation, especially in the feet, big toes, knees, causing loss of mobility, sleepless nights, and difficulty walking. Many seniors in the US have shared stories of eating healthy diets with no red meat, yet experiencing persistent joint pain, only to discover that their beloved peas were likely to blame. Number 3. Causes bloating and indigestion in older adults. Our digestive systems aren't as robust as they were in our 30s or 40s. After 60, enzyme production drops, bowel movement slows, and green peas contain resistant starch and lectins, 2 components that can irritate weaker digestive tracts. You might enjoy a casserole with peas for dinner, but then feel bloated, have trouble sleeping, or even need antacids afterward. Many think this is just aging, but it's actually the gut reacting to a vegetable that's difficult to break down. Should we completely avoid green peas? The answer is, you don't need to eliminate them entirely, but you do need to eat them in a way that suits an aging body. Eat in moderation, no more than ½ cup per serving, and limit to 2 to 3 times per week. Cook thoroughly. Avoid eating them raw or lightly steamed. Using them in well-cooked soups is a better option. Pair with leafy greens or lean proteins like chicken breast or salmon. This helps balance blood sugar spikes. If you have joint issues or a history of gout, talk to a dietitian about reducing your intake of green peas. A man named Henry, 72, from Minnesota shared on Reddit, "I've loved green peas since I was a kid, but in the past few years, after eating meat stew with peas, my knees would ache. I didn't realize until my doctor explained that peas contain purines. Now I've swapped them out for okra or well-cooked spinach. My digestion feels lighter and my joints don't hurt as much. See? Not all vegetables are automatically good for you. And just because something worked for you when you were younger doesn't mean it will still benefit you after 60. Taking care of yourself at this stage of life doesn't mean cutting out all your favorite foods. It means making smarter choices that match what your body needs now. The older you get, the more important it is to eat right. And sometimes eating right simply means eating less, but feeling better. In America, asparagus has become a symbol of clean eating, from fancy restaurant plates to light home-cooked dinners. With its slender shape, bright green color, and satisfying crunch when roasted or steamed, asparagus is often praised as an ideal vegetable for older adults who want to eat clean, stay fit, or support heart health. But once you've crossed 60, this friendly-looking veggie comes with a few hidden risks you shouldn't ignore. 1. Asparagus contains purines, quietly straining your kidneys and joints. Like green peas, asparagus is high in purines, compounds that convert to uric acid in the body. After 60, your ability to filter uric acid through the kidneys begins to decline. When uric acid builds up, it can crystallize in the joints, causing gout, especially around the feet, big toes, or knees. Many older Americans assume this pain is due to aging or changes in weather. But in fact, that seemingly harmless asparagus side dish may be what triggered the swelling the next morning. And beyond joint pain, excess uric acid burdens the kidneys, especially concerning if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or early signs of kidney decline. Asparagus is a natural diuretic, and that's not always a good thing. You might have heard that asparagus helps detox or has natural diuretic effects. That's true, but here's the part few people talk about. After 60, your body loses water more easily. Your thirst sensation weakens, and your excretory system slows down. If you eat asparagus too often, especially in hot weather or while taking diuretics, you might become mildly dehydrated without realizing it. Common symptoms include feeling lightheaded when standing up, dry mouth or unusual thirst, nighttime leg cramps, sluggishness despite enough sleep, dry skin or reduced urination. These signs are often mistaken for normal aging, but they may actually be signals of dehydration. Number 3. Asparagus can stiffen joints and fatigue the body if eaten incorrectly. Here's another thing to keep in mind. Asparagus may be low in calories and high in fiber, but when eaten raw or undercooked, it's hard to digest for those with a sensitive gut. If you often feel bloated after eating asparagus, or if your joints feel heavier in the morning, try cutting it out for a week and see how your body responds. Many seniors have reported that simply cooking asparagus longer or switching to softer leafy greens made a noticeable difference. Mr. Bill's story. 75 years old, from Colorado. I really enjoyed roasted asparagus, had a few spears with every meal because I thought it was good for my heart. But lately, I started feeling tired and often had pain in my feet. I thought it was just age, but when my doctor suggested cutting back on asparagus, I gave it a try. And slowly, those symptoms faded within weeks. Now I only eat asparagus once a week, and I make sure to cook it thoroughly. So, should you completely avoid asparagus after 60? The answer is, not necessarily. You don't have to cut it out entirely, but it's important to eat it in a way that supports your aging body. Eat moderate amounts, no more than 3 to 4 times per week. Cook it thoroughly. Avoid eating it raw, barely steamed, or lightly sautéed. Pair it with potassium-rich foods like pumpkin, banana, or coconut water to help balance electrolytes. Stay well hydrated, especially when eating asparagus in warm weather, or if you're on diuretics. If you have kidney issues or joint pain, talk to your doctor before making it a regular part of your diet. After 60, the body is like a garden that's seen many seasons. You can't water it the way you did when it was young. Everything needs a little more care, a bit more gentleness, including how we eat our vegetables. So listen to your body, and don't assume that just because something is labeled healthy, it's good for everyone at every age. There's nothing more familiar than the image of golden corn roasting over a fire at a family gathering. Corn is everywhere, from popcorn at the movies and breakfast cereals to sandwiches and many store-bought snacks. With its natural sweetness and bright yellow color, corn has long been considered a healthy companion on our plates. But if you're over 60, it's worth taking a moment to ask, is this old friend still right for your body today? 1. Corn has a high glycemic index and quietly disrupts your stability. Corn is high in starch and has a high glycemic index, meaning it turns into sugar quickly after eating. When you're younger, your body can easily compensate. But after 60, when insulin sensitivity drops, the pancreas is more fatigued, and blood sugar becomes harder to regulate, corn can become a trigger. Many older adults experience sleepiness or energy crashes 1 to 2 hours after eating, increased sugar cravings or the urge to snack on more carbs, difficulty managing belly weight, or worse, unstable blood sugar spikes and crashes. Over time, this can worsen type 2 diabetes and lead to complications like eye strain, numbness in limbs, and kidney strain. What's even more surprising? Today's corn isn't the same as the corn our grandparents grew. Most corn in the US is genetically modified, GMO, and sprayed with glyphosate-based herbicides, chemicals linked to disrupting gut bacteria and weakening the immune system, burdening the kidneys with extra toxins, interfering with blood sugar regulation by disrupting hormones. And for seniors, whose natural detox systems have already slowed, this small chemical residue can add up, especially if you regularly eat canned corn, corn snacks, corn chips, or corn-based breakfast cereals. Real story. Miss Grace, 68 years old, from Minnesota. I've loved popcorn and cornflakes since I was little. But over the past year, I started feeling bloated after meals and couldn't figure out why. I was even gaining weight quickly, even though I still ate healthy. After reading an article about GMO corn, I stopped eating it for a month. And surprisingly, I lost 4 pounds, my stomach felt lighter, and my blood sugar became more stable. Now I only eat corn on weekends, and I always choose organic corn and boil it thoroughly. So how can you enjoy corn without harming your health after 60? You don't have to eliminate it entirely, but you can. Limit processed corn products, such as snacks, sweetened cereals, and buttered popcorn. Prioritize fresh, organic corn, boiled or steamed, and pair it with leafy greens. Don't eat corn more than 2 to 3 times per week, and avoid eating it late at night. Observe how your body reacts. If you feel bloated, tired, or struggle with sleep, try cutting out corn for a week to see if things improve. Pair corn with healthy fats like olive oil or nut butters to slow down sugar absorption. After age 60, simplicity and natural choices are among the greatest gifts to your health. Don't let a sweet friend like corn silently weigh down your body. You deserve a light digestive system, stable blood sugar, and peaceful afternoons with your loved ones, not clinic visits or hospital stays. Mushrooms, a superfood that can silently accumulate toxins and disrupt digestion after 60 buzzer. From piping hot pizzas and creamy soups to Asian-style stir-fried vegetarian dishes, mushrooms have become a beloved staple in meals for many older adults in America. Packed with fiber, B vitamins, and immune-supporting compounds, mushrooms have long been praised as a modern superfood. But the truth is, not all mushrooms are entirely safe for those over 60, especially when digestion slows down and the body becomes more sensitive to environmental toxins. 1. Mushrooms absorb heavy metals and can become magnets for toxins. Unlike most vegetables that simply absorb nutrients from soil, mushrooms have unique biological properties. They absorb everything around them, including lead, cadmium, arsenic, mercury. This means if mushrooms are grown in contaminated soil, even slightly, they can store these substances in their caps and stems, which then go straight into your body. For older adults whose liver and kidney functions are naturally declining, daily exposure to small doses of these toxins can slowly lead to reduced kidney function, mild memory decline, persistent fatigue with no clear reason, itchy skin, allergies, or a constant sluggish feeling. You may never suspect mushrooms because the symptoms creep in silently without obvious pain or illness. 2. Common mushrooms contain compounds that disrupt gut health and may pose cancer risks. Most people don't realize that white button mushrooms, the cheapest and most widely available type, contain a natural compound called agouti, which some studies suggest may damage cells if consumed raw regularly. While the levels are low, frequent consumption of undercooked mushrooms can still cause chronic inflammation or mild cellular damage, especially for older adults with sensitive digestion. Moreover, mushroom stems and skins are high in chitin, an insoluble fiber that's very hard to digest, particularly if you have low stomach acid, you suffer from reflux or mild gastritis, your gut microbiome is out of balance, very common after age 60. As a result, many older adults experience bloating, heartburn, heaviness, or mild nausea after eating mushrooms, without realizing the connection. 3. Allergic reactions and sensitivities. Mushrooms can confuse your immune system. Though uncommon, mushroom allergies or sensitivities can appear in older age, even if you've eaten mushrooms your whole life without issues. Your immune system changes with age, and new reactions can develop after 60. Watch for symptoms like mild skin itchiness or unexplained rashes, fatigue after eating mushroom dishes, throat irritation or slight hoarseness, mild diarrhea or irregular bowel movements. If you've noticed these symptoms after eating mushrooms, keep track and consult a doctor. Real story, Mr. Jerry, 74, from California. I love mushrooms. My wife makes mushroom soup, stir-fries, and salads with fresh mushrooms. But lately I've had bloating, sluggish digestion, and itchy skin. I got checked out, no serious illness. But the doctor suggested I cut out mushrooms for a while. I did, and to my surprise, the symptoms almost completely disappeared. Now, I still enjoy mushrooms, but only once or twice a week, and I always cook them thoroughly. How to enjoy mushrooms safely after age 60. Choose organic mushrooms or those from trusted U.S. farms. Always cook them thoroughly. Boil, stew, or sauté well to reduce natural toxins and improve digestibility. Never eat them raw or undercooked. Avoid cold mushroom salads. Limit mushroom intake to 1 to 2 times per week. Pay close attention to your body's reactions, especially after 65. Bloating, rashes, fatigue, or nausea may signal it's time for a mushroom break. Mushrooms can be a wonderful food if we learn how to use them wisely. After 60, your body craves lightness, cleanliness, and easy digestion, not foods that require too much effort. So choose the right way to enjoy mushrooms, supporting your health instead of straining it. You may have heard the saying, eating cabbage daily helps keep your body light, your heart healthy, and your waistline trim. That's true. Cabbage, a member of the cruciferous family, is packed with beneficial nutrients like vitamin C, fiber, flavonoids, and antioxidants. It helps lower cholesterol, supports weight loss, and is often used in healthy meals like veggie soups, boiled cabbage, or mixed salads. But for those over 60, eating cabbage the wrong way can lead to thyroid imbalances, bloating, and mild digestive issues, symptoms that are often overlooked or mistaken for just part of aging. 1. Cabbage contains goitrogens, which can slow down thyroid function and metabolism when consumed excessively. Cabbage belongs to the cruciferous vegetable family, along with broccoli, kale, and bok choy. One common trait of these vegetables is that they contain goitrogens, natural compounds that can interfere with the body's ability to absorb iodine. Iodine is an essential mineral for the thyroid to produce hormones that regulate metabolism, heart rate, body temperature, and even memory. When too much raw or undercooked cabbage is consumed, goitrogens can accumulate and slow down thyroid function, especially in those who already have hypothyroidism or are on thyroid medication. Common symptoms of thyroid issues in older adults include persistent fatigue despite adequate sleep, feeling cold frequently, even in warm environments, constipation or slowed digestion, unexplained mild weight gain, low mood or emotional sluggishness. Sound familiar? Many adults over 65 experience these signs, without realizing that their daily raw cabbage salad may be part of the problem. 2. Cabbage and the uncomfortable gut syndrome. Why eating more can mean more bloating. Here's something most people don't know. Cabbage contains raffinose, a complex sugar that is difficult for older digestive systems to break down. When raffinose reaches the colon, gut bacteria ferment it, producing gas, leading to bloating, burping, indigestion, internal pressure, causing cramps, discomfort, or mild abdominal pain in those with sensitive colons. If you've ever felt bloated, gassy, or cramped after eating raw or undercooked cabbage, it may not be your age. It may be your digestive system struggling with this vegetable. A gentle story. Miss Margaret, 70 years old, from Ohio. I always believed cabbage was a healthy veggie, I'd toss it into my morning salads or lightly steam it with olive oil. But lately, I'd feel drowsy after meals, my feet would get cold, and my belly felt tight and bloated. I thought it was just aging. But after my doctor suggested cooking cruciferous veggies thoroughly and adding more iodine to my diet, things changed. Now I still enjoy cabbage, but I stew it until soft or make homemade kimchi. My digestion improved, and I feel lighter mentally. I've learned that eating healthy isn't just about choosing good foods, it's about choosing what's right for your body. 3. How should people over 60 eat cabbage to stay healthy? Avoid eating it raw regularly. Reduce raw cabbage salad intake. Prefer steaming, boiling, stir-frying, or slow cooking. Opt for fermented cabbage like sauerkraut or mild homemade kimchi. Fermentation breaks down raffinose and reduces goitrogens, good for the thyroid and digestion. Pair it with natural iodine sources. Seaweed, salmon, eggs, or iodized salt can help balance the effects of cruciferous veggies on the thyroid. Eat it in moderation. 2 to 3 times per week is enough. Rotate with softer leafy greens like bok choy, lettuce, or collard greens. Cabbage is a gentle food, but without the right approach, it can become a burden for a body that's seeking ease and lightness after 60. Understand your body, make small adjustments, and you can still enjoy this familiar vegetable without the unwanted health effects. If there's one food that brings back memories of family dinners, holiday feasts, and the warmth of the old kitchen, it's potatoes. From mashed potatoes with butter at Thanksgiving to crispy fries shared with grandchildren, potatoes are more than just food. They're living memories in the hearts of many Americans. But here's the unfortunate truth. After age 60, if not eaten properly, this beloved food can raise blood sugar, trigger silent inflammation, and affect heart health and weight. 1. High glycemic index, a silent strike that drains energy and accelerates aging. Potatoes, especially when baked, boiled, or mashed, have a very high glycemic index, GI. This means they break down quickly into sugar, causing sudden blood sugar spikes, the pancreas to pump out insulin rapidly, a quick crash afterward leading to fatigue and hunger. For older adults, especially those with prediabetes or insulin resistance, this can lead to unstable blood sugar, fatigue, poor sleep, and, if left unmanaged, dangerous complications. 2. French fries and potato sticks. Tasty treats that quietly cause inflammation and raise bad cholesterol. Have you ever seen a hot plate of golden crispy fries and felt your mouth water? Yes, they're delicious, but sadly, they're among the worst foods for senior health. Why? At high temperatures, potatoes form acrylamide, a compound linked to nerve damage and increased cancer risk with long-term consumption. Frying oils, especially reused oils in fast food, often contain trans fats which trigger chronic inflammation, harm blood vessels, and raise LDL, bad cholesterol. The high sodium content in fries also spikes blood pressure, particularly dangerous for those over 65. Even a small daily serving of fries can gradually weaken the immune system and cause systemic inflammation, showing up as joint pain, fatigue, mild swelling, or digestive upset. Would you like me to continue translating Mr. Jack's story and the potato section conclusion as well? I've always been a potato lover. Every morning I had mashed potatoes with butter, and in the afternoon I couldn't skip the crispy fries from the diner nearby. But lately, I started feeling tired more easily. My legs felt tingly, and my stomach just felt bloated all the time. My doctor didn't ban potatoes, but recommended I switch to sweet potatoes and pair them with healthy fats and more greens. So I began eating boiled potatoes with the skin on, adding olive oil and chia seeds. To my surprise, my energy levels improved significantly, my blood sugar stabilized, and I even slept better. 4. A gentle solution, making peace with potatoes in a way that supports aging well. Eat the skin too. Potato skins are rich in fiber, which helps slow sugar absorption and supports digestion. Make sure to wash them thoroughly and avoid sprouted or green potatoes. Boil or steam instead of frying or roasting at high temperatures. This helps avoid acrylamide formation. Pair with healthy fats and vegetables. Eating potatoes with olive oil, avocado, or steamed greens lowers their glycemic index and supports heart health. Try sweet potatoes. They have a lower GI, are rich in beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, and support better blood sugar control. Portion control. Enjoy them in small servings, 1 to 2 times a week. You don't have to give them up completely. Just prepare them differently and eat mindfully. After 60, we don't have to give up the comfort foods we love. What matters most is understanding our bodies, adjusting our habits, and realizing that even healthy foods depend on how we prepare and enjoy them. Potatoes may have warmed your heart for decades, and if eaten right, they can still be a wholesome part of your journey toward well-being after 65. In the world of greens, spinach has long been hailed as a superfood, packed with vitamin K, iron, antioxidants, and great for memory, heart health, and immunity. Many people over 60 begin their day with a green smoothie full of spinach, or toss it into their lunchtime salads or evening soups. But here's a gentle truth worth knowing. Spinach isn't perfect for everyone, especially older adults who are at risk of kidney stones or bone loss. 1. Spinach and oxalates, a natural compound that quietly forms kidney stones. Spinach contains a high amount of oxalates, compounds that bind with calcium in the kidneys to form calcium oxalate stones, the most common and painful type of kidney stones. After 60, kidney function slows down, and we often drink less water. This makes it easier for oxalates to crystallize and quietly harm the kidneys. You may notice a dull ache in one side of your back, pain or discomfort when urinating, cloudy or burning urine, fatigue, and sharp twinges in your lower side. These symptoms, often mistaken as just getting older, may actually be your kidneys trying to speak up. 2. Eating too much spinach can weaken your bones. Sounds ironic, doesn't it? A leafy green rich in calcium, yet somehow contributes to calcium loss? Here's why. The oxalates in spinach bind to calcium and prevent your body from absorbing it. So even if you're eating enough calcium, if it's paired with spinach, your body might not benefit much from it. For older adults, especially postmenopausal women, this could mean faster bone density loss, a higher risk of fractures after a fall, frequent joint or bone aches. A healing story. Linda, 66, from Oregon. I used to start every morning with a spinach smoothie, thinking it was good for my heart, skin, and weight. But over the past few months, I developed lower back pain, burning urination, and my doctor found a small kidney stone. I was shocked because I thought I was eating so healthy. After reviewing my diet, the doctor suggested cutting back on spinach and switching to lower oxalate greens like romaine lettuce or bok choy. Now I lightly steam my greens instead of eating them raw, drink more water, and add more calcium-rich foods. What a relief it was to learn how to eat wisely. I didn't have to give up greens, just listen to what my body needs. 4. So how should you eat spinach after 60? No need to cut it out, just cook it right and eat it in moderation. Lightly boiling or steaming spinach reduces 50 to 60% of its oxalate content. Avoid daily raw spinach smoothies. Oxalates stay intact in raw form. Don't pair spinach with calcium supplements, milk, cheese. Your body won't absorb the calcium well. Rotate with lower oxalate veggies like romaine lettuce, napa cabbage, steamed broccoli, or bok choy. Stay hydrated. Drink at least 6 to 8 cups of water a day to help your kidneys flush out oxalates. Get regular health checkups, especially kidney function tests if you've had stones before. Spinach isn't bad. It just needs to be the right food for the right body, in the right way, and at the right time. After 60, your body is like a garden. It needs tender care, timing, and balance. So don't follow trends blindly. The most important thing is still this: listen to your body. Dear friend, throughout our lives, we've learned how to care for others, children, loved ones, friends, even strangers. But at some point, as we step into our 60s, it's time to relearn something beautifully simple: how to care for ourselves. This video isn't meant to scare you each time you open the fridge or prepare dinner. Our goal is to help you see that even the foods we once believed were always healthy deserve a second look through the lens of aging and bodily change. Maybe you once loved spinach salads, had corn for breakfast, or tossed mushrooms into every stew. That's beautiful. But if your body begins to react with fatigue, bloating, joint pain, or kidney stones, this isn't weakness. It's a whisper from your body, inviting you to adapt. Eating vegetables isn't the problem. Choosing the right ones, preparing them the right way, and timing them well, that's the real key. Now it's your turn to speak up. We'd love to hear from you, someone who is in seasons of life after 60. Have you ever experienced digestive, joint, or kidney issues after eating a particular vegetable? Do you have a small trick or tip to make spinach, eggplant, or mushrooms easier to digest? Or maybe just a reflection on how your body has changed since adjusting your diet? Please leave a comment below, because sometimes your honest sharing might be the comfort someone else needs to feel seen, understood, and inspired. If you found this content helpful, please hit like so we know you're walking this journey with us. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more gentle, informative videos on health and well-being after 60. And share this video with a friend, a loved one, or someone also seeking peace in their health journey. You deserve a vibrant, peaceful, and well-understood life in your golden years. Let's keep walking this path together. Your every steady step is a quiet victory, and we are honored to walk alongside you. See you in the next video, where more kind, heartful discoveries await for your body, your soul, and your beautiful life ahead. Wishing you peace and brightness in every day.